The field stretched out like a golden ocean, the stalks of corn swaying gently in the breeze under the dim light of a crescent moon. The small rural town of Darwin Hollow had always been known for its vast farmlands, but none were as infamous as the Beckett Fields. Whispers of strange occurrences had haunted the place for decades, tales of eerie figures and vanishing wanderers passed down through generations. But to 16-year-old Timmy Carter, the tales were nothing more than old wives' stories designed to keep kids from trespassing. Timmy had grown up hearing the legend of the Beckett Scarecrow, a sinister figure that supposedly came to life to protect the fields. According to the tales, anyone who dared to steal from or damage the crops would be claimed by the Scarecrow, their screams swallowed by the endless rows of corn. To Timmy, it was laughable, a story made to keep gullible kids in line. He wasn't gullible, and he had something to prove. It wasn't just teenage bravado that led him to the fields that night. For years, Timmy had endured the torment of Harold Grayson, the local bully. Harold and his gang had taken every opportunity to humiliate Timmy, pushing him into lockers, stealing his lunch money, and spreading cruel rumors. The final straw came when Harold destroyed the old wooden birdhouse Timmy and his late father had built together. Timmy's anger boiled over, and he hatched a plan for revenge. The Beckett Fields were perfect for his scheme. Harold and his friends had dared each other to venture into the fields countless times, but never had the courage to do so. Timmy decided to turn the tables. He'd lure Harold into the cornfield and give him a scare he'd never forget. It was simple. A tape recorder hidden among the stalks, eerie sounds preloaded, and a little theatrics. It would be enough to send Harold running, tail tucked between his legs. That night, armed with a flashlight, the tape recorder, and a backpack full of supplies, Timmy crept into the fields. The air was heavy with the earthy scent of soil and ripe corn, the silence broken only by the rustling of leaves and the occasional chirp of crickets. He couldn't deny the place had an unsettling atmosphere, but he shook off his unease. He was in control here. Timmy found a clearing near the center of the fields, where the stalks seemed taller and denser. He set up the tape recorder, concealing it beneath a pile of fallen leaves. The sounds he'd recorded were a mix of distorted whispers, groans, and the faint clinking of chains. Perfectly creepy. Satisfied with his setup, he retraced his steps to the edge of the field to wait for Harold. Harold arrived shortly after midnight, his friends reluctantly trailing behind him. Timmy watched from the shadows as Harold puffed out his chest, boasting about how he wasn't afraid of some stupid old legend. When Timmy stepped into the moonlight, his face hidden behind a homemade scarecrow mask, the group froze. Harold laughed nervously, but his friends looked uneasy. "What are you supposed to be?" Harold sneered, though his voice wavered. "The guardian of the fields," Timmy said, his voice low and gravelly. He gestured toward the cornfield. "You shouldn't be here." "Oh, give me a break," Harold scoffed, but his bravado faltered when the whispers from the tape recorder drifted through the air. His friends huddled closer together, their eyes darting nervously.